Welcome back, Truth Seeker. A lot of people asking about today's big tabloid story. Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin charged for helping their children cheat their way into higher universities. And they're saying 33 parents were charged in all. Go figure. Today is March 12th, the day of this news story. March 12th, the 71st day of the year. Between these two women, I imagine most of us know Lori Loughlin probably more than the other. Lori Loughlin starred in Full House for many years. Felicity Huffman, I guess, from Desperate Housewives. In addition to Lori Loughlin summing to 71 and her being in the news for this big bust today, what they're calling Operation Varsity Blues. I'm surprised they don't have the whipped cream girl in there. This date also has 54 date numerology, and as we'll get to, the name Lori equals 54. She's also 54 years old right now. As for the other woman, Felicity Huffman, what stands out is her birthday to today is 93 days. And if you're new here, I talk about how often 93 and 54 are paired together in this study. Again, this whole ritual of letters, numbers, and dates in the calendar, it's all in tribute to time. And with regards to 54 and 93, they have two relationships to time. The word sun with the alphabetic order. S is the 19th letter, U is the 21st, N is the 14th. Sun is 54. They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away. The planet that's associated with time is Saturn. Saturn with the alphabetic order sums to 93. If you read about Saturn, they say it's on a pattern where every 54 weeks, so slightly more than 1 year, you get the best view of Saturn from Earth. So anyway, 93, 54. They're these numbers that come together all the time in this study. And here it is again, on a date with 54 numerology, the other woman, Felicity Huffman, it's 93 days after her birthday. It's also 3 months and 3 days, and as we'll get to, the name Huffman equals 33. So notice today, March 12th, 2019, it has the 54 date numerology like we talked about. It's also a date with a life lesson number of 27. The name Lori, as in Lori Loughlin, with the alphabetic order and the reverse alphabetic order, her name sums to 54. And with the alphabetic order and rules numerology and the reverse alphabetic order and rules numerology, Lori sums to 27. So what a day for Lori Loughlin to be in the headlines. Again, her name equals 71. It's the 71st day of the year. She's 54. We got the 54 day connection. This is about cheating to get their children into better schools. School also sums to 27. With the alphabetic order and numerology and the reverse alphabetic order and numerology. And with regards to Lori Loughlin, from her birthday, where she turned 54, to today is 227 days later. And what do we know about 227? That's the number that has to do with pi. 22 divided by 7 gives you pi, which has to do with cycles and circles. Again, in case you are new here and you're trying to get your children a better education, you better teach them about this knowledge. Gematria, which means geometry and language. With the alphabetic order, geometry sums to 108. And with the reverse alphabetic order, geometry still sums to 108, meaning it has perfect symmetry. And there's not a lot of words that are the same forwards and backwards. The name Lori is a rare exception. But 108, it has everything to do with the sun, the earth, and the moon. The diameter of the sun is the diameter of 108 earths side by side. From the earth to the sun is the diameter of 108 suns side by side. And from the earth to the moon is the diameter of 108 moons side by side. And if you write out 22 divided by 7, which is the mathematical shorthand to pi, with the alphabetic order, 22 divided by 7 gives you 314, like pi is 3.14. And if you write out 360, the degrees in a circle, it's 227, like how 22 divided by 7 gives you pi. All encoded in our language. And again, that's why these numbers are so often used in these rituals. Again, everything has to do with time. And time's dictated by our relationship with, the earth, the sun, the moon. And that's why these numbers are showing up in this ritual. Also, I'll make another point. Today's the 71st day of the year. 71's the 20th prime number. Time equals 20. Throughout history, the cross has been used to symbolize time. Cross symbolizes the 4 seasons, time. Seasons equals 20 as well. So today's the 71st day of the year, the 20th prime. We're coming up on the spring equinox, what used to be the beginning of the year. We're approaching the end of the school year, admissions for the upcoming college year. You get this story right at this time. It's all news by the numbers. And I suspect this propaganda is to remind the many parents out there who do cheat to get their children in high places of the potential consequences. That's what I imagine the real purpose of this story is, to get out there to the minds of the masses who will read it. Maybe the mothers and the fathers who are busy cheating away right now. Maybe I better not do this. I could end up in Project Varsity Blues. So here it is right here. In all, 50 people were charged in the criminal investigation that went by the name Operation Varsity Blues. Those arrested include 2 SAT, ACT administrators, 1 exam proctor, 9 coaches at elite schools, 1 college administrator, and 33 parents, according to Andrew Lelling, the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts, which happens to be one of 333 states. Massachusetts, 33, also Delaware and Hawaii, the first and last. And Huffman, one of the women, Felicity Huffman. Huffman's got that 33. Again, it was 3 months and 3 days from her birthday. And then also Varsity Blues, Operation Varsity Blues. Notice Varsity Blues is 47, just like time with the alphabetic order. Just like how the tropics of this earth are separated by 47 degrees. So, for those of you following my August 11th, 2019 work, of course, Full House, which Lori Loughlin starred in, that show was set in San Francisco. We're watching the date August 11th, a date that can be written 11/8. Loughlin is 118. This person made a great observation that the name Lori Loughlin is 152, and from today to August 11th is 100. I missed the U there. From today to August 11th is 152 days later. Could be coincidental or not. August 11th, 2019, from today, 152 days later. And her name, Aunt Becky from Full House, equals 141. Remember, 811 is the 141st prime number. August 11th can also be written 8/11. 118, as we've discovered, is a really big number in the history of San Francisco. So, great observation here by Lawrence. If you don't know about why we're talking about August 11th, I have a playlist on it. Been talking a whole lot since September of 2018 about August 11th in the Bay Area. That'll be the day the San Francisco mayor, London Breed, turns 45 years old. She's the 45th mayor. Golden Gate has that Gematria 45. The Golden Gate's a biblical concept. Holy Bible's got that double 45 thing. So, could be a coincidence or not. I know it's definitely not a coincidence that this story's front and center on the 71st day of the year. Until next time, Truth Seeker.